Hello everyone, my name is Christian. Welcome to my hobby blog. Today we are going to be talking about a movie that I shockingly haven't seen until today. This is a slasher summer camp film that I've just somehow never gotten around to watching. And so I got it in the most recent Shout Factory sale. It came out from 1981, directed by Tony Maylam. A lot of sort of contributions from the terrible monster Harvey Weinstein, but this movie, I guess, is elevated beyond him because I don't even know where to start. The movie I'm talking about today is The Burning. Basically, not Nightmare on Elm Street, but Friday the 13th, which is very funny because Tom Savini did the makeup effects in this, and it's basically Friday the 13th. I'm not sure when this was made in terms of which, I guess, Friday the 13th entry was being made, but this movie is the most straightforward slasher movie I have ever seen. For the first hour of it, I was moderately entertained by it. And then we get the very famous scene that I think everybody has talked about and referenced. And I finally got to see it. And it's that film, or that scene right there, where he is holding the garden clippers and just massacres everybody. It was absolutely amazing. And from then on, for the rest of the movie, I loved it. The gore effects are absolutely disgusting. The creature design, not really a creature, it's a human, but the monster design is really good. It basically looked like how Jason looked. I think in part 3 or 4 is when we get to see his burned face from one of the endings of a previous entry. I'm not going to do it anytime soon, but I need to rewatch those movies, especially after watching... I haven't done it yet, but I want to watch the Camp Crystal Lake Memories documentary, which is 4 hours long. Covers the entirety of the series, including the remake, I believe. But I'll just read the synopsis to this movie, because that's really all that needs to be said about the story. After a cruel joke goes awry, severely burning him and subjecting him to 5 years of intensive, unsuccessful skin graft treatments, Cropsey, played by Lou David, is back at camp and ready to wreak havoc on those who scarred him. With his hedge clippers in hand, he terrorizes the camp and systematically mutilates each victim. Can a few courageous campers save themselves and destroy this demented madman before he kills them all? That's basically the entirety of the movie. There's one twist at the end of this, which I was kind of surprised about. I was pleasantly surprised at the twist in this film. But there's really not much else to talk about in this movie. It's the most straightforward, efficient slasher movie that I have ever seen. I love Sleepaway Camp. That is still my #1 summer camp slasher, but this one is up there in terms of just getting in, right to the action, doing what it needs to do, adhering to the tropes, and then it leaves. And the ending to this movie is amazing. Definitely has that campfire feeling, sort of like how The Fog by John Carpenter is, where it starts right off the bat with an old sailor dude being like, let me tell you a camp story. And he just goes off, and then we stop the movie. This movie is a little bit kind of the reverse of that, where it ends with a campfire story. But, God, I really kind of enjoyed this once we got the stupid summer camp slasher tropes out of the way, because what makes these movies interesting is it's branching off of the tropes. I just saw recently this movie, which I loved, not as much as Sleepaway Camp or this one, but it's one that I was shocked about. And it's another summer camp slasher film called Memorial Valley Massacre. This one is basically the same type of movie, but with a guy with a hatchet or an axe, whatever. And it is lovely. I really enjoyed it. But The Burning is one that I'm so happy I finally have watched because people can stop being shocked that I haven't seen it. This is one that everybody ever, probably since 2016, 2017, that everyone has been recommending me. And I finally saw it. You can stop recommending it. I love it. I enjoyed it. I'm a little disappointed by the special features. There's just a interview and then an audio commentary with the director, and journalist Alan Jones. So, yeah. There's really not much else to talk about. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I'm definitely going to watch it in the summer months because as I was watching it when the summer camp kind of popped up early in the film, I was like, oh, it's like, gosh, I really wish this was like a autumn slasher film. But, oh well, there's a serial killer, there's horror elements, so I'm going to fit it into Spooktober this year. But, yeah. There's really not anything else to talk about. Tom Savini's effects are great. There's a lot of undercurrents of maybe homoeroticism going on throughout this movie, especially our main one character who all of the big tough guys are constantly emasculating him and just bullying and all that. But he ends up kind of being the hero of the story, and I really, really like that. I'm not sure if it was a deliberate choice to have this character sort of be gay. I'm not sure. As somebody with a bisexual leaning, who is bisexual at least, I really felt like he was the most relatable character. No one believing him, him constantly being bullied about who he is, and I was kind of wondering, like, I wonder if there's a little bit of a gay undertone going on, sort of like in oh my gosh, what slasher? People say Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, and that's definitely part of it, but I think that is basically the one that I'm thinking of. I would need to do more reading on this. It was just something that popped up in my head as I was talking, but I would not be surprised if this was actually something that other people have noticed. So hopefully that I'm not the only one and I seem like a weirdo, but I thought that was something really interesting about the movie that I picked up on pretty soon after starting it. So if you got that too, please let me know. Validate me. That is it for today. I don't really have anything else to talk about this movie, but really fun. Had my share of fun watching this one once the first hour finished. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and please have a great rest of the night.